This is the 40K to 400K formula workshop where we show Shopify store owners or would-be Shopify store owners how to build their fast path plan to consistent Shopify orders. And what we mean by 40K to 400K is growing from 40K months to 400K months. Three things, as we've said in a bit of preamble here. We are going to be here for about an hour today. So the more you can lock in, the more you're going to get out of this session, the more involved, the more engaged you're going to be. Understand there's kids and chaos and cats and animals and all sorts of stuff in the background and pickups and all that kind of stuff. But the more you can be here and focused and listening to what we're talking about, obviously the more you're going to get out of the session. As we've also said, we'd love you to be seen. If you've got your camera and it's working, we love to see your pretty faces rather than staring into the black Zoom boxes of doom. So if you do have a camera, turn it on, but mute yourself unless we call you up onto the stage. And number three, we love to have a chat. So this will be an interactive session. This isn't just us going to be talking at you for the next 60 minutes. We will be engaging in the chat. So open up the chat and we'll be asking questions. So please do engage with us down in the chat feature. Few goals for today. We want you to leave today with a clearer understanding of how to convert more browsers into buyers. So how do I take more of the people that are visiting my website and turn them into sales? We talk about conversion day in, day out, 3,000 times a day here at the e-commerce circle because it's one of the fastest ways, the biggest lever you can pull in your business to really drive sales further without spending more money, sending more traffic, these sorts of things. If you can send 1,000 people to your site and convert at 1%, you can send the same 1,000 people and convert them at 3, 4, 5, or 6%. You 3, 4, 5, 6x your business without having to pay more money for traffic, essentially. That's why we like conversion so much. Conversion also plays a big part in your paid ads, and we'll talk to you tonight also about how to start to dial in your paid ads by improving things like your conversion and some of the things you may not have heard about how to actually convert more through your paid ads. And we will also give you a pathway to profit, which is our fast path plan. We'll do a live audit here on the call for one lucky business where we'll break down the best next steps for your business over the next 30, 60, 90 days. Rather than the 4,000 things you could be doing in your business, we're going to break down the 2 or 3 things you need to focus on to actually move your business forward faster without doing a ton of stuff that's going to be superfluous. Just mute you there, Yoon.
Yeah, I started.
Cool. Sorry, now I've got to click back in here. Okay. Questions we get from people on these calls and in our community is this stuff going to work for me, right? If I spend this hour with you, is this going to work for me at my specific type of business that's super niched and no one's ever run this type of business before? Essentially, the answer is yes, right? But there's kind of 3 flavors to this. The first flavor is, will this work in my niche? The answer is yes. We work with hundreds of people in hundreds of different niches, and the principles that we teach you on this call that will show you how to do will work for any niche, any type of e-commerce business. Other flavor of this is, will it work at my size? Yes, because we teach principles, we apply these same principles for businesses doing 10K a month, 40K a month, or 400K a month. Sometimes there's just some different scaling at different levels, but the same principles we apply to every business that we work with. And will it work now? Are these strategies that are performing right now in 2025, or are you guys recycling some old hat dropshipping method from pre-COVID 2017 that doesn't work anymore? All of our coaches, all of our team are active every day inside of e-commerce businesses, inside of Shopify backends, inside of Meta Ads accounts, working with e-commerce founders today in 2025. So everything we teach, as much as it's rooted in principle, it's working today. These strategies and tactics will work for you today in your type of business for your type of size. Who this call is for and who these tactics and principles are for. Basically, if you have a Shopify store, or if you're about to, you're thinking about launching a Shopify store, this is for you. 3 types of people we generally come across that we like to work with. The person who's super passionate. You've got a great product, you're super proud about it, you know that it can have an impact in the world. If you could just get that best next step of what to do and have a clear plan of how to sell more of them, You know that with the right moves, this business could really work. You just haven't figured out what those moves are. This call is for you. If you're overwhelmed, right, being a business owner is an overwhelming thing. It's a weird thing to do. Most people don't do it, right? So particularly in e-commerce, we get a lot of people who are what we call info beasts, right? You watch every YouTube guru, every TikToker, every Instagrammer, every online guru and coach, and telling you 4,000 different tactics, and you just end up more overwhelmed, more confused with more information, and ending up procrastinating because you just go, well, it's all too hard. I just won't do anything. If you're overwhelmed, we are going to un-overwhelm you here on this call today, and we're going to give you the tactical 3 or 4 things that you need to do to grow your business and move it forward today, not 4,000 things to add to your to-do list. We also love to work with people who like to make money, and hopefully that's you as well. And you want to make money in a way where you don't just become a collection system for the ATO. Yes, we need to pay the ATO and all that fun stuff. But as business owners, we run businesses to make money for ourselves, right? To support our families, support our kids, to support our hobbies and passions outside of work. Otherwise, we wouldn't go through everything that it takes to run a business. So we teach principles that will help you make more money, grow your business, and actually run a profitable Shopify business. So why should you listen to me or Paul, particularly Paul? He's the ecom expert over here. I'm just the guy that runs the slides. So Paul has been in ecom since he was a wee baby. He doesn't teach theory. He teaches by expertise and practice because he ran an ecom store for 25 years, something like that. He built Warcom way back in 2007, I want to say. And it was probably one of the first ecom stores in Australia. He built that and built that up to 40 mil worth in products sold, and eventually exited to an ASX listed company in 2014. Along that journey, not only did he build his own e-commerce platforms way before beautiful, easy things like Shopify existed, he also built and founded the Insightful Agency, which now builds over 100 Shopify stores a year, and where we get a lot of our conversion principles from those builds that we do every day inside of Insightful. Basically, if it's happened in ecom, if you're about to go through it, if you're going through it, if it's on the horizon or around the corner, Paul's seen it, done it, been through it, bought the t-shirt, right? And 25 plus years of running ecom businesses and coaching hundreds of e-commerce businesses in the years since. If it happens in e-commerce, we've seen it, we've got a system, we've got a tactic, we've got a principle to help you get around it. So whatever problems you are currently facing in your e-commerce business, we've seen it before, we know it's coming around the corner, and we can help you not make the same mistakes. So yes, Paul was in e-commerce a long time ago, and he's been in e-commerce for a very long time. But the funny thing is that because we teach principles, right, the principles that Paul learned and practiced and implemented into Warcom all those years ago are the same things we implement today in e-commerce stores in 2025. Because at a certain level, business is business, e-commerce is e-commerce, and we teach the stuff that is time-proven, tested, battle-tested, going to be around 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and it's the same stuff that was around decades ago. Because this stuff works because it's tried and tested, and it's principle based. It's not the latest TikTok trend or platform trend or stuff that's only going to work right now for a handful of people.
You make me feel real old, Chris, to say
Well,
it.
you're older than me.
No, you wish, mate.
You just look at. So the results, when we run clients through these principles, they get amazing results like this. These are real screenshots. We didn't just make these up on Canva. These are actual screenshots out of actual accounts inside of our actual Shopify partner platform. People that come and join us, they join us doing 5K, 10K, 0K, 40K, 60K a month. We've seen brands grow to $250,000 months, $500,000 months, up to $2-3 million months within our community, applying the principles that we're going to take you through this evening. One of those amazing clients is the lovely Sam, who runs Bayside Golf. For any golf fans out there looking for a home golf simulator, Sam is the guy to go and speak to. So as Sam said here, 4 or 5 months into the program, they grew their business 150% month on month. They had 2 record months. Sam came in doing 60, 70K a month, now pushing $500,000 a month.
Sam did 3 million last year. I was looked yesterday.
Yeah, very solid.
So,
He's been with us maybe 10 months now, something like that.
yeah, yeah,
But again, wasn't crazy changes. We implemented simple, practical, tactical things, fixed up his website, um, made his brand speak to his customers in a better way, improved his paid ad ROAS with better creative and fine-tuning his offers. Nothing crazy, but significant growth. Um, yeah, from 60K months to $500,000 months. He now has a team that pretty much runs the business for him while he still runs his other job, works his other job. So as somebody astutely, I think it was Alicia, astutely said at the start of the call, we do have an unhidden agenda on this call. And we run these calls in this community because we are looking for our next client success stories, right? We want all of you to be our next success story. I want to put you on a slide saying, hey, this Alicia joined us. She was doing 40K a month. She's now doing $4 million a month in her business. We love to help grow businesses. We love to see the results and the benefits for the families and the onflow of people having great businesses, right? We are also teach and do guys. We teach what we do and we do what we teach. And our mission here is to help e-commerce Shopify store owners. So our promise for this workshop is that this will be incredibly valuable, whether we ever see you again or not, right? Even if you never work with us, we only see you on this call, we never speak again. What the principles, the tactics we'll show you on this call will be beneficial for you, and you can walk away from this call having learned something that you can apply in your business. But obviously, we do have time constraints. We'd love to sit one-on-one with everybody on this call, but we'd be here for about 28 hours, and we don't have that kind of time tonight. So we will live audit probably one, maybe two stores on the show, on the call tonight. But we will have an offer at the end of today's workshop for those of you that would like to work a bit closer with us. So if you are interested in more assistance and you'd like to work with us over a longer period of time to have this one-on-one work in your business and help you achieve your goals faster, would it be okay with you if we would just share a bit of an offer with you later on in this call? Drop a thumbs up or a hell yes or some sort of a crazy emoji in the chat to let us know that that's okay. And we'll share something with you later to help you work a bit tighter with us and get the real benefit of working with our team. Awesome. Anna, Candace, Tegan, Shabnam, thank you.
I think you should leave that group that you're in, Tegan. I don't know what the hell's going on in that group, but yeah, I'd probably leave Tegan's comment. So, for those of you that are not sure how to use Zoom as well, there's a chat going as well, obviously, so you can chat in there and you can emoji things and put your comments and questions as we go. So keep an eye on that. There's some good stuff happening in there too.
Awesome. Everybody wants an offer later. Thank you, gang. Our next super hard question for everyone. Where are you in your journey? Everybody we meet on these calls and in our circle is probably in one of these places when we meet them. You're either at 0 to 10K, so you're in that startup mode where you're just starting to figure things out, just launched your store. You're in a setup phase where things are starting to smooth out, maybe starting to run some ads and starting to scale things. Or you're in a grow up phase, you're a bit more stable now at that 25 to 50K a month, or you're in scale up, doing your 50 to 200K plus months, and you're here just to find that next lever to take that next step. So just drop in the chat, start up, set up, grow up, scale up, let us know where you're at, and then we can help you at where you're at. Shabnam, pre-launch, no worries. We'll help you launch the right way. Yoon, same, we'll help you launch the right way. Startup, good. Cool, some early startups, some pre-launches. So the benefit of this call for those of you that are pre-launch, you can launch with the right information and not sort of get trapped going in circles trying to do 1,000 things that aren't really going to help you drive your business forward. All righty. A business that did come to us, they were kind of in around this sort of startup setup, 10, 20K a month, struggling with agencies, couldn't quite grow how they wanted to grow. The wonderful Paul and Delane from Nature's Pantry Supplies, best premium collagen suppliers in Australia. Go check them out. Since joining us, they've been with us for maybe almost a year now. They've had last year had their record annual growth. They're up 115% on the previous year. You can see now they're doing sort of 70, 80 grand a month. So they've more than doubled their business in the time they worked with us. And again, we tweaked a few things. We didn't do a billion things to help their business. We built them a new high converting website. We targeted their brand messaging to their actual buyers. We helped them refine some brand positioning, bump their conversions with and meta ads ROAS through better ad creatives, more founder videos, all these basic things that we talk about all the time inside of our calls. And now they're very, very happy. Business is sailing along. And they're now both moved and they're both working full time in the business, which was a big dream for them only sort of 6 months ago. So results like this, how do we get these results? Is this luck? Do we just happen to meet people that are super pumped and super smart and really good business owners and they just happen to meet us and get amazing results? Is it some sort of magic or is it a system? What do you guys reckon? Drop in the chat. What do you think it is? Is it luck? Is it magic? Is it some kind of a system? Okay. All right. System. A magically lucky system. That's it, Tegan. I like that answer the best. Correct answer to everyone that said, yes, it is a system. There's a bit of magic involved and maybe sometimes a bit of luck, but mostly magic and system. And this is the system that we call the more orders model. And as you can see from our lovely triangle design here, there are 3 big levers that we pull in every single e-commerce business that we work with. And these are the 3 principles that we teach on every workshop we do. And these are the 3 things that we start every e-commerce business that we work with working on. So guesses in the chat. What do you think these 3 things might be? These are the 3 biggest levers you can pull in your e-com business to actually grow fast. These are also the 3 things that are always broken or need fixing or aren't fully optimized in every e-commerce business that we meet and that we work with. And they all start with, yes, an S. Pro, SEO, creative. Yeah, not you just getting there. There's some answers in there, Shabnam. Not a bad guess. Dun, 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 dun. Got Crow, SEO, creative. Any other guesses? Starting with S.
Pro was good. Close.
Yeah, Crow's on the right path. I mean, those are all somewhat on the right path. At least Shabnam's having a guess. Anyone else? No other guesses? Everyone's sleepy out there today. Oh, Steve's got some ideas.
Story. Yes. Good.
Good offer. Systems. And Shabnam's crushing it today. Bonus points for engagement for you, Shabnam. No idea, Sam. Okay. Let's put everyone, we'll give you the answers. Search, Brian, not a bad idea. All right. These are the 3 aspects of your business. Your store, your story, and your strategy. Store is your conversion. This is having a high converting website that converts more browsers into buyers, converts as many of the people that visit your website from browsers into sales for you in your business. The second pillar is your story, and this is all about connecting through compelling brand messaging to your ideal customer. This is the H1 and H2, the headline that goes in your banner. This is all of the copy. This is your origin story. This is your captions in your social media, your email marketing, all of the ways that you connect and engage and speak to your customers. Having a brand message that actually speaks to the heart of a buyer and shows them that you can help them solve a big problem or fulfill a massive desire for them is another big piece that we see a lot of e-commerce founders miss, particularly businesses that need to do this better than other businesses, which tends to be brands in that 10 to 20, 30, 40, basically brands under $500,000 a month. This is the stuff that's going to move the needle forward for you faster than anything else. And strategy, any of you that mentioned SEO, marketing, creative, Crow, all that good stuff, search, that all comes under your strategy. And that is the thing that gives you control in your business because you know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And it's a lot about what to do, but it's also about the timing of when to do certain things. This is your business model, your digital strategy, your marketing strategy, your financial strategy, all of these things, and understanding when you need to implement what and in what order, which is what we're going to now get into on this call. We're going to audit a business and we're going to look in we're going to look at these three parts of your business and we're going to run it through what we call our fast path plan. This is the timing of when to do what, right? So the what is generally businesses are going to have stuff that's broken that needs to be fixed. There's stuff that you purely don't have that needs to be built. There's stuff that you're doing okay that's working that we can grow. Or there might be some big moves that you might need to implement to transform, such as hiring team members, getting a factory, getting a warehouse, these sorts of big moves. Today, we're going to focus on the 90, sort of 180 day roadmap and give you that step-by-step next best thing you need to do in your business. And this will apply to pretty much everybody on this call because you're all around the same sort of startup or pre-launch phase. So it should be applicable to pretty much everyone here. So I will now jump out of this and hand over to you, Mr. Warren, to
All
boot up
right.
your.
So we'll pick one of the brands that are getting started and we'll do this for them. So, and I'm scrolling back through the comments. Again,
Do we need
most
someone
people,
with a website?
yeah, we've got a few. So people that are like, under 5K, 10K, we'll do this once for people and then we'll try and go through it. So I'm having a look around here. So the Wigs brand is an interesting brand. Maybe we'll do that. Whose brand's that? Put your hand up or chuck a comment if that's you. So I know who I'm talking to. And if you come off Zoom, if you come off mute and all that kind of stuff, that would be better too. So I can actually communicate with you. Is that Constance? Can't see if Constance is here. Oh, hey, Constance. Is that you there? Can you?
ATV Wigs. Yeah, that's
Are you
Constance.
okay to unmute? Is that okay? If it's quiet at your place? No, the mute button's not working. This is always awkward if this doesn't work. Otherwise, we're going to go to. Got it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I can
Amazing.
hear
Hey,
you.
how you going?
Hey, I'm
Nice to meet
good.
you. Awesome.
Nice
Give me the
you.
backstory on the business. So I'm sure you probably mentioned it already. When did you start? Why did you start it? All those beautiful things. Share that with me.
So I set up this business this month, and I built the site, the Shopify site, with the help of my cousin. I started it because I do have problem with my hair. My hairline, actually. I don't grow hair on my hairline. And so I've been buying wigs. And then one day I decided, why don't I just do this as a business? A lot of African moms who are abroad here, they struggle a lot with, places to get their hair done. And I know that people, many women, they would want to benefit from this business, just getting something like, that they can use for, that they can use to sorry, I'm getting all mumbled.
All
I'm
good.
a bit nervous.
We're following you. We got the vibe.
But
All
I
right.
was looking at our lifestyle here abroad. A lot of women, especially African women, we don't have salons that do cater for our hair, and we end up wanting to do the last easy things like getting wigs and something that you can just put on and go go on with your day. And so that's what pushed me to do that. And also, yeah.
All right. So
Also, I'm a huge fan of fashion. I'm a huge fan of beauty. I'm a huge fan of creativity.
Got it. Okay. So a few things, right? I love that you started a business to solve your own problem because that's why most good e-commerce businesses start to solve their own problem. Most businesses start just to make money or never go anywhere. All right. So, and what happens is you quickly run out of steam and you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore because I've had a crap day and I didn't make any money. So I'll do something different. At least with you go like, I have this, I won't call it a problem, but we have this thing that you live with. You know what I mean? And there's lots of other ladies that have the same problem, right? So you go, great, I'm going to start a business around it. So well done for doing that. Now, as I go to your website, right, one of the first things that we spoke about is the story, right? So there's three parts of this. You aren't really telling any of that story on here on the website as soon as I land on the website. So there's a couple of things. On a homepage, you should have what we call a H1 tag, and a H1 tag means heading 1. And it's the most important heading on the homepage, and it should sit here, right? So it will be a sentence, and it'll be some kind of sentence. People will read it and they'll be like, oh, great, I'm in the right spot. So I'll give you, I'll tell you what that will be. We'll work on it together. Then you got a H2 tag, right? It sits here. Oh, I can't draw. You have to forgive me. It's my first day using crayons on the computer screen. But here's your H2, right? So people go, oh, yes, I want that. I want that. And then you go down here and you do this, and you've got a box like this and this and this. And inside these boxes, you have like 5 other statements, right?
Okay.
So now, these statements are what we call trust statements. So again, they're little sentences where people read it and they go, yes. So they're going, yep. By now, they go, oh, I'm more inclined to buy some stuff from Constance. Now, if I was you, I would make your H1 tag something along the lines, and I've only done this like super quickly, but find your perfect week and feel your best. So I spent about 3, you know what I mean? I spent like 2 seconds coming up with that. And Chris is our resident word pro. You know what I mean? He'll come up with something better again. But ladies are going to come to your website and be like, find your perfect week and feel your best. And I go, I want that. I want to feel like that. That's a big promise that she's made me. And I'm like, great. Then your H2 thing should say something like stylish, ready to wear wigs for every woman, every shade, every day. Right? And women go, oh, yes. I want that too. Right? Is this making sense so far?
Yeah. Sounds so good.
Now, then we go down a tiny little bit, right? Down into here. And you'd have something like, discover wigs that celebrate your beauty, designed for every shade, every style, every day. So some little, probably not that long, a little bit shorter, but ladies start going, oh, I need that, or ready to wear, easy to love, find your perfect wig without the stress or without the guesswork. Again, more things that they're reading, and we can make them smaller, right? But now we're in this section of the website. They go, great, I want that. That's what I want. Now, then they start scrolling, all right? So let's come down here. And you do have this bit. And however, I would do something more along the lines of, it needs to really be a very strong story piece that tells people why you started the brand. So on my other screen that you guys can't see, I'm going to do it for you. A really strong USP for this brand. So it's going to be something like, give me a second, there's some magic over here. So we deliver, what have you got there at the moment? Design, complement every skin tone, suit for women of all age. Okay. So similar to that, delivers affordable, ready to wear wigs, expertly designed to complement every skin tone style. So every woman can feel confident, beautiful, and authentically herself. So you've got some of this already, but I would be expanding on that. And again, starting to explain why you're starting this brand, because brands like yours, and I'm going to scroll a tiny bit, you are nowhere to be seen on the homepage. Right. So I'll show you something in a minute, and I'll do a bit of a side-by-side comparison. But people will go to your website and they'll read the beautiful words that we put up the top, and the next bit, and the next bit, and next bit, and then they go, who's behind the brand? Is this some drop shipping business from China or something, or is this a real person? So example, so you distracted me with your yaps. So all right. So I'm like, oh, yep, sorry.
I am receiving what you're saying. So
we're doing good. All good. Well, that's good that you're going. See how you're going, yep. That's what you want your customers to do though, right? When they land on your website. So I'll show you a perfect example of a beautiful site that we built for someone. So you go in here, and if you're a parent, put your hand up on the call, so I know who's a parent. Parent. How many we got? Even if you're whatever, half the people have got their bloody cameras turned off. I'll assume 50% of the people have got kids here, or grandkids, or something. So you land on this website, right? And you go, unleash your child's imagination at a toy store where every toy tells a tale. Most parents, unless you're like miserable, you're going to be like, geez, that sounds lovely. Go, yeah, I'm in the right spot. Then you start going from educational games, creative play sets, toy by tale says everything your child needs to spark wonder at every age. Parents go, oh, that sounds good. It sounds much better than like, hey, welcome to Kmart, where we sell a whole bunch of crap from China to your kids. No one goes to Kmart or Big W and is like, I feel really good shopping here, other than the fact they're getting cheap stuff, right? So as we scroll down here, again, we've got, these are the trust statements. So it's like expert guidance, personalized recommendation. You're like, oh, I need that convenient shopping experience, advice, I need that handpicked from their heart to yours. We go down here, you know, and then they make a real clear, bold statement. We believe every child deserves the best start in life. Da, 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 da. I'm already sold. I've got a few people on this call know me anyway. I've got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. So I'm like, yes, I want this for my kids, and I want this for my kids, and I want this from you, and I want this. And I'm like, cool, start showing me some products.
Yeah.
Right? And let's assume I'm still not ready to buy. I scroll down here. And again, we built this website, right? We've worked with the amazing Chris and Sarah for years to make this better and so forth. But you go, hey, here's a beautiful photo of Chris and Sarah in their old toy shop. And they're now in a much bigger environment because the business is going well, right? They're in a much bigger facility. But you read this again and you're like, you know, we're not just another toy store. We're on a mission, rah, rah, rah. And you go, this is Chris and this is Sarah and this is what they're passionate about. Here's what they started the brand. So you need all of this on your homepage. Every brand needs this on every homepage. So I was quickly looking at this brand as well. I think they dropped their comments in there as well. Handcrafted earrings for everyday luxury. It's kind of an okay H1 statement, but people aren't really going to websites and in their mind, they're not actively thinking, I'm looking for handcrafted earrings for everyday luxury. That's not the feeling they want, right? You know, there's better ways to talk about that. And then this page doesn't have a H2. It doesn't have a positioning statement as well. Like this, where it is, like that. Or another example would be like, those guys. You go here and you're like, great, premium watch storage designed for collectors. So if you buy watches, then this is another site that we made, right? It's crafted for the avid collector. Our watch boxes embody this and rah, rah. You go, great. Yep, I want that. I want that. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want that. And you feel like you're in the right place and you're reading all of the stuff that's going, yes, 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 yes. So to my point, and this is very, very basic that I'm explaining so far, by the time that they get to here, they've probably said yes like 10 times in their head. So this is the very start of having a compelling story. Why this matters as well is because if you don't have a compelling story on your website, you can't take that same compelling story and put it in your ads, right? So super, super important. Like, yes, you know, often we work with brands and sometimes they only rebuild their website. And I'm like, you know, join our Inner Circle program because the first thing that we fix is your brand message, you know, and we fix your website for you at the same time. And then we do your strategy. So like Chris spoke about, the 3 parts of this puzzle: fix your story, fix your store, and then do your digital strategy. So I'll pivot now for a second. I'm going to go into more some conversion rate optimization stuff, but super quickly, like if I go to your product page, which is catalog, and change that button to shop or something, right? It's better than catalog. I think you're just using the standard off-the-shelf Dawn theme or Turbo theme or something. Is that right? Is that the theme that you're using?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. As soon as you get a chance, get rid of Dawn. Like Dawn belongs. Yeah, no good. So if we go here now, when we talk about conversion rate optimization, there is about 8 parts to a website, right? So there's your homepage. Everyone want to guess what the other pages might be before I riff into them? What are the main pages on the Shopify website?
You're cutting off one.
Hopefully somebody knows. The cart is one. Yes. Oh, collection page, product page. Good job. Awesome. So here's your collection page and here's your product page. So things on this product page that are missing. When we build a high converting product page for a client, there's about 40 different things that go into the page. Not everyone uses everything, you know, but you need things like reviews. You need things like a short description. You need an add the cart button that actually does something when you put your mouse over it, right? So you're good, and it goes green or it goes blue or it goes yellow. You need information about shipping. You need information about social proof from other customers. You need information about like, how do you wash the product, right? Because people are going to go, do I wash the wig? So example, you go to any of these pages on the website. And again, every single client's website is slightly different, right? There's no really one size fits all, but for all of you guys at the start of your journey, there's a very good base framework that you all should have. So coming back to here though, if you look at this product, and I don't even know what this is, but let's have a look. So you go, hey, like people are viewing the product right now. You go, great, that's good. There's people on the website, must be popular. Product name, short description, vendor, SKU, it's in stock, it's ready to ship. They don't have many in stock. I can gift wrap it. Here's the subtotal, add it to your cart. I can add it to my wish list. I won't go into everything, but you can already see there's a lot of stuff on here that you don't have, right? And it's the same with their product page, and it's the same with their collection page. So again, if I backtrack a bit, I hope my mouse doesn't die. It's flashing at me red. So that will be wonderful if that happens. But you go to this particular page, right? And you can go, I can add it to the cart. It's on discount. It's sale. Like I can change the way it looks. I can look at features. I can look at that. So most themes, I'll go as far as saying like 90% of themes are absolutely trash, right? You can't add all of the things that you need to add into your theme to actually make it convert. So most people will get a theme, build their site. They will forever miss all the features and stuff that you really need on those pages. And I go, I don't know why my brand's not working, why it's not scaling and so forth, right? So even the way that these kinds of things are set up, so this is called search and discovery in Shopify. So you can filter by all sorts of different options. Like you should be able to do that on your collection page too, right? So I should be able to go to the Bob wig section and I should be able to go length, color, what's it made out of, how many reviews, what's the price. So just trying to illustrate the fact that, like, again, homepage there's about 50 things that should go on a homepage. There's about another 30 on a collection page. There's more on a product page. There is more, again, in your cart. So I don't have anything in my cart at the moment here. But you go to this cart and you go, great. If I add another 100 and whatever it is, $90 to the checkout, like I get free delivery. I can add these things. I can continue shopping. Like, so this is called a cart drop, right? So again, I'm just trying to illustrate the fact that you absolutely have to nail how you talk about your message on your homepage and in your ads, because people will land on your website and you can still have a website that is built to convert. But if it doesn't say the right thing, right, and it doesn't evoke emotion and doesn't evoke people going, yes, 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 they ain't going to buy, right? That's the first part. Second part, you want to have a site that is built to convert and it's got all the elements that it should have on there, because when you do that, you're going to get a conversion rate 2, 3, 4%, right? I mean, some people do really well when they get like a 7 or 8% conversion rate. Industry standard is like 3, 4, 5, right? Especially in the current market, it's like all over the place. You know, people were crushing the last month, having quiet months this month, right? So does that make sense?
Yeah.
And anybody confused by my explanation so far? So I do want to give a terrible, I say sometimes I do this, I'm going to give a terrible example just for the people who watch this later. So at some point, most people on this call were probably like single, I'd imagine. How many people are in a relationship or married at the moment? Put your hand up if you're either of those two. So when you went out trying to find your hubby or your wife or whatever, right? I assume most of you went out and dressed well, right? And spoke well, right? So if you dressed well, let's relate that to your conversion strategy. The better you dressed, the better you're going to convert. The better you spoke, the better you're going to convert. Most people didn't go out there like wearing Crocs in the tracksuit pants and looking pretty rough and ready. And they were half drunk and be like, geez, I don't know why I'm not converting very well. I'm like, what did you expect's going to happen? Most people Shopify websites are in that state. They're like half drunk, wearing Crocs, trackies and going, not sure what's happening. Some agency told me that I should spend, you know, this much money per month on ads and run it, and it's not happening. What's going on? I'm like, that's your problem. Like, you've got to be constantly working on how your website converts, how your story connects with people, and then tying all of this together with your ad strategy, right? Candace has got a good question. Yes, stay on to the end and I'll tell you, I'll give you something that you can buy. So does that make sense so far? Any questions about this? Because I just want to make sure everyone's go, okay, I get it. I understand the difference between those two things. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Love it. All right. You know what we're going to do? How are we tracking for time, Chris? We should be right. I'll do another one
20 minutes or so, 25 minutes.
For Amber. I want to do it for the small brands. So we've got earrings. Is there anything that's a bit more unique? If not, we're going to do it for the, looks like that's what I've got. Rover Pets. So we're working with Brian and the team. So if I talk about the two big, all the little brands on here, we've got, who else we got in here? All right, we're doing what's this one?
Candace.
My Luminous.store. Share screen. All right, this one might be different. So share screen again. are we going straight to a product page? Whose store is this? Come off mute if you can. Candace, if that's you.
That's mine.
Don't feel nervous. It's fine. I'm always nervous doing these things, and I've done like 40 of them now. So it's all good. Give us the background on the brand and what's happening here. When did you start it? Why did you start it? What's the problem that you're solving?
So I know, well, look, I've got kids and kids' friends who've really struggled with skin problems, and myself included. So I've been on a very long skincare journey, and I did lots of research, market research, trending stuff all over the world, and found this PDRN product that was upward trending in other parts of the world, and it's based on salmon DNA.
I've heard about this stuff. Yes.
Yeah, and just as I launched, Medicube started promoting something that looks very, very much the same. So bigger company, competition. Yeah.
It's going to happen, right? So is there anything unique about your brand compared to theirs, though?
Well, the uniqueness was the whole PDRN thing until about 2 weeks ago. So I've been working on this for a few months now, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. So a few things. I mean, for me, it feels like you're running straight to a product page. Like you should be running to a page that looks more like this, right? So we have a banner up the top, we have a H1 tag, we have a H2, we have this. So,
yeah.
You know, so I would just be changing how this whole thing works, because I wouldn't normally go this path, but like you've got to think of a homepage as a sales funnel. Everyone knows what a sales funnel is. Like, so someone enters a funnel, right? And something, they go through the funnel and they get to the bottom of the funnel and they buy, right? So it's like you walk into any retail store, you walk through the doors, you walk past all the stuff, you walk past the signs while you're there. And then before you know it, you got a cart full of stuff and you're at the checkout. And you're like, great, because you went through their funnel. So this is launching way too early into the product stuff. Like you've got a lot of text, but you know, you need a H1, you need a H2, you need trust statements that are easier to consume. That's the first thing. So you go, yep. Right, great. I can see kind of what the product's doing. So like there's a before and there's an after photo or something. Social proof is going to be critical on your homepage. So things like, you know, hey, we've got 100 5-star reviews. Even if you don't have them, go get them. Go give samples to people and be like, hey, give us a review as quickly as you can to help with all this kind of stuff. Because at the moment, it's very benefits driven, right? It's not very feelings driven. People want to be feeling something along the lines of, you know, I'm going to have youthful, radiant skin, and it's going to happen really quickly. And everyone is going to comment on the fact that they go, geez, you look younger than you did like a month ago. What's your secret, right? That's kind of what you want to be solving with your particular brand. So, and if I go to, I assume you go, if I go here, it should take me to a product page, right? Okay, so it takes you to a collection page. It shouldn't be doing that anyway. The flow is kind of is really weird. So go from the homepage, go to, so this is the main product, right? All right. So basic things that you need to be adding in here. Like there's no photos of people. Like here's the before, here's the after. Here's the social proof, all those kind of things. Explanations about how it works in bullet points as well. So for example, typically what we do when we build a page like this, you'd have a few statements here, right? And it'd be like, hey, it does this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing. And you go, great, that's what I'm looking for, right? And then they start reading your social proof, which is reviews, which is sitting up here. Then they're like, oh, I can buy it in the bundle, or I can buy it in the subscription, or I can do whatever else I need to do. And it's in stock and it's ready to ship, and I'm going to get it in a couple of days. So, I mean, you do have some of this stuff, but you can't see it, right? It's too far down on the page. So you're actually a perfect candidate for the thing that I'm going to try and sell everyone at the end of this workshop. So basically, because it puts everything in the right order. Like you've got names, you've got price, you've got images, you've got content. Everything is just in the wrong order. So stay on for the end, and I think you'll get a lot of value about, like, you know, like why this is a good fit for you. Do you want to add anything to this, Chris, as well?
Yeah, I mean, brands like, so are you reselling Aladina brand stuff, or I'm assuming Aladina is a brand?
I'm importing it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you just like that brand
yes.
clarity of, I go to my Luminous store, and then you've got Luminous Empire, and then I'm looking at Aladina. That clarity
Yep.
just around
So
like
I'm
what
about
am
to
I
brand
buying
it.
and who am I buying from?
Yeah. So I've got a small amount of this stock, and my next move is to brand the product.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just that
Interesting.
clarity around name. Like I go to my Luminous and now it's Luminous Empire. And then like Paul was saying, like I need the 3 or 4 word description of what does this do for me? Ultimately, right? Because things like this are very, very technical and you can get kind of caught up in like a lot of words and a lot of stuff, which has a place, but I also want to get that high level, oh, this does that. And that's what I'm looking for that outcome. Is it tightening, whitening, removing lines, looking younger, feeling better when I look in the mirror? What's that kind of emotional desire that it's going to satisfy? And then give me the details. If that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
The emotional thing that everyone just wants is they want to know how quickly their skin's going to look better. And they want their friends to go, geez, you look better. So illustrating all that in your words. And then, so we talk about conversion rate optimization, but you still need to send people to a website that looks beautiful if you're in the skincare industry, right? Because that's why they're going to there. They want to go to the website and then they're told a great story. The site built to convert. This website looks beautiful. There's people on the website where they aspire to look like them, right? So even when we mentioned the kids brand, like you go there and you go, oh yeah, I want my kids to be super happy and smiley, like those kids on the homepage. And I want to read what I read. The same for you. It's the same for the wig brand. Like there's mannequins and stuff on the homepage. If you had real ladies wearing the real wig and they're just like, look how happy she is. Like, so all of those things go into your story and they go into how your site converts better. Right. So, all right. I just might how we're tracking for time. I will.
Yeah, let's get into the good part.
The spicy bit. Okay. All right. So share screen. I don't think it's going to work. We'll give it a crack. All right. Oh, good. Can everyone see my screen so far? All right. Hopefully this has been helpful so far. Can everybody see the principles and so forth that we've kind of shared in this journey so far? And there's usually another part that I would have done. Actually, I think I might do it because I think it's important. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to share my screen on here because what I'm going to do is actually map out a plan for constants. So continue existing whiteboard. So this is what we actually call our fast path plan. So let me know if you can see it.
Yep.
And nick that. So here we go. So everybody needs a beautiful plan of what they need to do over the next, don't even worry about 200, 360 days. Let's do the next like 180 days, right? So first thing all of you have to fix is absolutely go and nail your brand messaging strategy, right? So until you do that, be very mindful about running ads and so forth to your website because you're going to send all this traffic to your website. And whilst it may convert, if you don't have a really good brand messaging strategy, like your conversion rate will always struggle. All right. Number one thing. Number two, you want to make sure that your website converts, at least 3%, 4%, and so forth, but it's something you're always working on. There is no one on this call so far that I've seen, or most people don't have a website, so no one's nailing this. So number two is you want to nail your website. So, and you'll hear fancy acronyms in the industry like CVR and so forth. So they're the things that you want to be working on. Number two, once you then nail them, the next thing that most of you will probably want to get started on will just be starting on some basic meta ads campaigns, right? So I'm not talking go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month and like, $50 a day, $100 a day or less or whatever. But once you've got a website that actually says the right thing to a website that is built to convert, then you go run your ads, right? So 1, 2, 3. So this starts to form the second part of all of this, and that's your marketing strategy. We'll go much deeper into this when you all start working with us because you're so impressed. But here's part of it. And the only other bit I would encourage people to look at would be using a system called Quavio, which is an email marketing platform. So if for some reason people click your meta ad and they go to your website and they're not quite ready to buy, Flavio does an amazing job. It picking up all those people, sends them targeted email, sends them messages like, hey, why didn't you buy? We're waiting for your money. Rah, rah, rah. Here's a review. Here's a testimonial. We've sent you a very specific email just for you to get you back to our website because we know that you've got what you want, right? So these 4 things are what any brand under 100K, under 200K really need to be constantly obsessed about, right? So does this make sense? Definitely true for Constance, definitely true for the jewelry brand, definitely true for makeup brands, all of that, right? Because the wig brand, you have great products. The jewelry, you have great products. The makeup brand, similar, like, skincare brand, sorry, you'll have great products. So as long as you've nailed that bit, the rest is easy. All right, I'll turn this off and I'll try and get back to my other screen. So share screen, continue.
Just to add on to what Paul's saying while you're finding new stuff, the reason we talk about this stuff so much and focusing on these areas is that the size that your business, most of the businesses here are at, and because you are now coming into very, very competitive industries, the one way that you outcompete everyone is to be more of yourself and bring more of your story into the business and into the brand, because no one can be Constance and no one has her story. And when she talks about that from her experience, people will know, like, and trust her, love her, want to buy from her, and they'll buy from Constance, who just happens to sell wigs and braids. Constance, I need to see braids on there. I sent your website over to my fiance Elsa in Dubai. She's like, if she does braids, I need it. I need to add some braids in there too. Yeah. But that personality, that story, you being you, that's something nobody can compete with, and that's how you outcompete competitors.
Yeah, good insights. I agree 100%. All right, so I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to blast through this because I'm mindful everyone's probably going to run in about 15. Hopefully you guys can see how this works. Now, you have 2 choices. You've got the orange and you've got the green. So have a guess what you think these might be. So in the orange, I'm looking pretty miserable though, obviously. All right, versus I'm looking slightly happier.
More suspicious than anything.
More suspicious on the right-hand side. So a couple of things, right? Like I'm very confident with what I've shown you all so far. Most of you will be able to go away and actually do parts of this yourself, right? That was our objective with this, that we educated you a bit about the story and the store and the other stuff so that, you guys can go away and go, cool, I can have a crack. However, obviously, you're probably going to get this all done much faster if we actually do it with you, whether we come along the journey with us, we help you do the parts that you need to fix and so forth. So as I mentioned at the start of this presentation, is it okay if I actually talk about something that I'd like to try and give you guys as an offer, if that's okay? I'm going to assume it is because I can't really see people's faces in here with all the yeses and stuff going on. So again, you only have 2 choices at the moment. Do it yourself, go to YouTube, follow all the gurus that are teaching you crap that doesn't work anymore, or do it with us. Now, this is the exciting bit. So I want to get into this. There is nobody on this call that won't benefit from this, right? So super excited to introduce you all to our 6-week store converter challenge. Now, what the 6-week store converter challenge actually is, it's, as it says on the tin, goes for 6 weeks. First week, we come along, and if you don't have a Shopify store, we help you set up a Shopify store. 2, we log in and we actually install our high converting framework for you onto your own Shopify account, right? So no more having to buy your own themes and all the other nonsense that you're going to waste 47 years of your life doing. Our team come along, we go, do you have a Shopify account? We put it on there for you. You have a product page, a home page, a collection page, a cart page, all the things ready to go. You just have to come along, add some beautiful banners, change some font styles, add your products, and away you go. That happens the first week. Next thing that happens in there, we actually help you nail your brand messaging strategy. So this is the story component that we spoke about in here as well. So again, we go super deep. We do all this with you. There's live calls. We help you set it up and go, great. Now everyone on the call has a really good brand messaging strategy, which what we want. Week 2, we start helping you fix your homepage. So you've got all these fancy words. You want to make sure your homepage looks good, converts good, says the right things, has stuff in the right location. Week 3, we help you fix your product page. Week 4, and it goes on for 6 weeks, right? So at the end of 6 weeks, basically what happens is you have a high converting Shopify site that's ready to actually send traffic to, right? You have a brand message that feels like you, and it hooks buyers way quicker than it would if it said the wrong thing, right? And lastly, you're going to have a strategy that's going to enable you to go, I know what I need to do now, right? So again, really quickly here, as it says on the screen, week 1, set it all up. Week 2, start optimizing your brand strategy and your homepage, your product pages, your collection pages, all the design, all the beautiful touchy-feely stuff where people go, wow, looks like they spent a lot of money on this website. And then they'll never know that you did it on your own, right? So now here comes the offer. So you get a beautiful high converting store, you get help with all of your brand messaging, you get our team to set everything up, you get all of this other stuff in here as well. And the best part of this, I don't know, there's a few people that are already in our e-commerce circle community. If you're not in the e-commerce circle community, I'm going to get Chris and Roxy to drop a link to that at the moment in the channel, into the chat. But basically, we run a community where we do, what is it, Chris, 14 calls a week or something. So we teach you everything like to fix your brand strategy, to fix your website, to run your Google ads, to run your meta ads, to understand SEO, to pick better products, everything you need, no matter what journey you're at. Like you inside of our community, we teach you how to do that. You guys get complimentary access to that for 2 months as well, whilst you're going through this process with us and learning how to actually set up your website. Now, if for some reason you don't want to pay it in full up front, you can pay it off over 4 payments or whatever it is, Chris, after paying and Barbio and so forth.
Paying 4 platforms, isn't it?
Yeah. So, however, got a few extra bonuses because everyone is on here today. So again, you get 8 weeks inside the eCom Circle community, and I think there is like 210 brands in there at the moment. So please don't be scared by that and be like, oh God, I'm a brand newbie. I'm going to feel like a goose when I join this community. There is people that are brand new in there, ranging from anywhere from bloody 20 years old to like 70-year-old, right? And they range from doing like no revenue to like $2 million a week in revenue. I'm mindful that people doing $2 million a week don't talk much because they're busy, but the rest of the community is real chatty, right? So next thing, we are going to do a family-friendly retreat later in the year as well. You get a free ticket to that. Last retreat was done down here in Victoria near my house at a beautiful winery. Bring your kids, bring everyone, come along, hang on to that. It's good. You get access to our ever-growing array of GPT playbooks. So when I talk about GPT playbooks, I'm talking about things such as some of you have collection pages on your website. They were not optimized properly. So we go use our ChatGPT framework to optimize that. Other people go, I don't know how to do a video for my website, or user-generated content. I go, use my user-generated content script. So you can come in and go, hey, I sell kids' toys, make me a video script and it'll be done in a second. So there's like 20 or 30 things in there at the moment, right? Next thing, if that wasn't enough already, I feel like one of those cars, like those, I'm going to throw the steak knives in, guys.
Steak knives on the next slide.
Infomercial. But next thing, once you buy this thing, I don't want you to join and be like, great, I know how to, I'm going to be able to build a great website now. I'm going to know how to do the right stuff. Then you're going to be like, what do I do once I finish? So what we're going to do, you've seen the beautiful chart that I drew for Candace. That's called a fast path plan. So everyone who buys this will map out your next 180 days on a fast path plan. And the objective with that is to go, you need to do this thing at this step at this time. Obviously, you do it when you can afford it. I'm not here to go, you need to do it today or whatever. It's like when you're ready, you do the next thing, but you know what the next thing is to do, rather than ending up with a fast path plan with 400 things on it and you go, I don't really know what to do next, right? So we are equipping you with a great community and everything you need to do with all this stuff. Now, still going, yeah. So you get 5 courses. So you get my conversion rate optimization course, because what's going to happen is you're going to get this beautiful high converting website. And those of you that like knowledge are going to be like, I'd like to understand some of this more. So there's a 2-hour course that actually explains what should be on a homepage, a product page, a collection page, and why it should be there. So next time you're hanging at the pub or hanging out with your mates, you can be like, I'm an expert in this thing now. And I'll go, how did you learn that? You go, doesn't matter. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about, right? You'll be a genius. You get Chris's brand course, goes for like 4 hours or something, teaches you everything you need to know about talking about your brand. And again, we only touch very briefly on brand, right? There's so much more that you need to understand when it comes to doing video, doing email, writing blogs, doing all the other 400 things that you need to do. Next thing, I did mention that every Wednesday we do a live meta ads call with Lockie and Sophie from our team. So you go to those calls and you're like, guys, I'm spending $50 a day now and it's working or it's not. What should I do next? However, before you go to that call, Lockie has an amazing meta ads course, goes for about 2 hours. and it teaches you everything that's working right now for all the brands that he's coaching within the circle. So again, you watch it and you're like, great, like I learned a lot in this, and I learned from someone that's super humble, super easy to listen to, practical, helpful, and it's working right now. You go, great, I'll go to his call. I don't feel like a deal because I actually know a few things, right? And even if you do go to the call, plenty of people on there that also feel like a deal, and you go, great, I'm still here I can hang out and learn stuff. Then there's more stuff. Other things as well, we're going to throw into this as well. So for those of you that don't know, I also run an e-commerce agency called insightful.com.au. We make about 200 Shopify sites a year. If for some reason you're just like, oh, this is all too hard and I need some help to do some custom work or something on your site, we'll give you a voucher to do that. Last but certainly not least, we have lots of app developers in the community and other partners and so forth, like third-party logistic companies, shipping companies. We give you discounts and so forth to work with all those guys as well. So making sense so far? All good? Cool. Now, I can't make this any more exciting than this. So this is what we call our action takers guarantee. Now, you can read all of this if you want. I'm going to sit here and read the whole thing, but please feel free to read this. Basically, the short version is, if you go to all the calls over the next 6 weeks, and if you complete all the steps that we tell you to do, and you complete the workshops, and we get to the end of it, and you can show me that you've given it a good crack, and you're like, I've done everything you did, I've gone through all the training and rah, rah, rah. And if for some reason you go, it's not working, I will give you your money back. Right? That's how confident I am in this. Like, I've been at this for a very, very, very long time. Like, it's me taking all the risk here, and I was like, as long as you guys go to all the things, do what we tell you to do, I guarantee you'll have a bloody amazing website that tells an amazing story and you'll be ready to run ads, right? I can't be any more transparent about that. That's how confident I am about this thing. Again, we've already gone through the offer breakdown and I've briefly spoken about Connect, but again, just super quickly, we have, call it 20 coaches inside of the e-commerce circle at the moment. They coach on all sorts of different topics, right? The whole thing runs inside of what we call Slack. For those of you that haven't used Slack before, it's like Messenger, but Messenger with lots of channels, right? They're all public channels. You ask a question, you get help. Louise Troy is one of our coaches in the community. Roxy's one of our members of the community. Chris is in the community. There's 18 other people in the community. These are not kids that are coaching you in the community. Like, for example, our finance coach was previously CFO for a $7 billion a year company, right? Prior to that, he was CEO of Laminex Australia. So for those of you that are like old like me, you'll know who Laminex were, for example, right? Big brands. We've got like Shane's wingman in the community, Chris's wingman, sorry, Shane in the community, one of the guys that came up with Movember, right? Worked at Rip Curl, worked at like massive brands and so forth, right? So you guys get all of that. You join the community, go to any call you want, sit in the background, listen to stuff, learn everything. If you can't make the call, you go to the recordings channel, right? Give it 3 to 4 months, you'll be able to walk out there and you're like, oh my God, I'm a bloody e-com genius. All right. So again, this is not your standard community full of like bro scalers where they just like, we're selling activewear and we expect you to spend, 500 grand a month to make 600 grand a month. Any of that stupidity that like what are the other communities? Where like Connect has been built to help you build an amazing business that supports your life, that gives you lots of profit to support your family, and also so that you have more time for your kids. So as a dad myself with a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, the last thing I want to do is be chained to my desk, like building businesses. I want to be able to go, cool, I'm not working tomorrow. And I want the same for you guys. And I also want to speed up the time that it takes you guys to have successful businesses. That's the number one thing, right? And that's why Connect exists. So we've gone through all of this stuff already. Again, here's just more, here's the beautiful people in the community that you get to work with. This needs to be updated because there's more in there as well. Again, we've gone through this. So at the end of your 6-week period, if you want to stay in Connect, it's $97 a month, right? So as I mentioned, this offer, it's included in the offer to begin with, and I'll get Chris, I don't know, hopefully you posted it by now, Chris and Roxy. Yeah, so obviously, guys, if you're interested, grab it. The next intake, what's the date again, Chris? We're starting on this. So this is for sale right now, but intake starts on the, give me the
8th of August.
8th of August, yeah. So now here's the unfortunate bit. So this is going live today. We're already selling 40 of these between now and then. Last time we did this, I sold out 40 of these in about 12 hours. So if this is something that you're interested in, I would highly encourage you to jump on board and do it. If for some reason you're like, I don't need help fixing my website, you go, I've got bigger problems or smaller problems or different problems, then you can also jump on and we'll do a fast path plan call with you. So some people go to this thing and they're like, can you just make my website? I'm rich and I'd rather you do it. I'm like, great, good problem to have, right? So if that's you for some reason, and again, we do a lot. Like I said, we do 100, 200 Shopify sites a year, and they're beautiful websites. So, but I like to give people options, and I'm always very mindful that most people on this call are probably, I think from my scene at the starting point. So, any questions about any of this so far, please feel free to put them in the chat or come off mute and just ask me. I've got like 10 minutes. I'll answer any questions you've got. When I call them questions, well, let's call them objections. Everyone's going to be like, why shouldn't I do this? So we'll go around the room. Who's on the call? Sam Mitchell. Any questions? Give us a no or a nod or a yes. You're good. Emil, is it Emily? Emil, no, you're good. Shabnam.
I think I just already asked the question, but I'll ask it anyway because I just feel like I'm a bit early in the stage of where my brand's not gone live yet. So we're only anticipating going live in like November. So I guess I'm just like thinking if I should like join this intake, and if like the value derivation will be as much as it would if I were to join this like the next intake or something.
100%, because when you go live, you'll have a website that's good to go, right? And in the meantime, whilst you're trying to learn everything that you need to do, you'll be inside the e-commerce circle and you'll be able to go to all the calls, and heaven forbid that you are actually doing stuff that's not great on your own right now. Very quickly, you'll be like, oh crap, I'm glad that person asked that thing and I learned what they just said. I won't do that, right? So the whole point of this is speed, and doing it right the first time, because sorry, someone's got bad background audio.
Yeah, sorry, Sheldon. Yeah, this intake, this cohort will finish on the 9th of September as well, Sheldon. So it's by the time we finish the 6 weeks, it's pretty close to you. Kind of October launch date. As I said, once you've got the template and you go through the training, you'll know all of the sizes of the formats of all the styles of all the images that you're going to need to take as well. So you can hand that over to make sure you get all the right imagery done in the first place. So there's definitely benefits to having it ready to go for launch.
So once like the cohort is over and then I've launched, would you like still be able to give me feedback or like audit the website and tell me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So every Friday morning inside the ecom circle, I do a live call where I just grab 2 or 3 people in there and I go, all right, cool. Like you and you, I'm going to look at your website and tell you things that can still be better. Right.
Sure.
And I do that for the big brands all the way down to the little brands. So you need to think about this is called conversion rate optimization. Right? It's never finished. So we had like Brian comment on here before and he said, I've had a tough month, for example, right? And he's doing monster numbers, right? Even for a brand like him, you need to constantly be going, what else can I do to my website? A website is like a garden. And what do you do with a garden, right? You water it, you plant new trees, you prune the trees, you
put fertilizer in it.
You put fertilizer on it. It's never like, the garden's good, I'll leave it alone. There's always something. You always got to be looking and being like, I can make that thing better. So again, that's also why we make Connect so cheap. People can keep coming back and they're like, I've gone up another level. I was at 5K, now I'm at 6, now I'm at 10, now I'm at whatever. You go, great. What should I do next? We're always there to give you the what you should do next thing, right?
So the purpose of the community is it's like a group coaching, isn't it? From what I understand.
Yeah. So multiple part. And there's actually, I haven't even there's another level to the e-commerce circle that I haven't spoken about here. Like we've got an inner circle program, which is for bigger brands, right? But e-commerce circle is for coaching, consulting, and mentorship, right? And services. So some people join the e-commerce circle and go, can you guys just run my ads? And we get people in our community that run the ads. So for example, some people go, I want someone to run my Google ads. I go, great. This is Louise. She can run your Google ads for you. And this is what she's going to cost you when you're ready, right? But before you get to that stage, we want to go to her coaching calls, learn how to understand Google ads at a high level. And then when you're ready, use her, right?
Yeah.
So whereas a lot of the other communities out there at the moment are all about like, just do it yourself. I'm like, mate, no one has time to do all the crap in their Shopify business when you've got kids and a hubby and a wife and pets and all the other crap you've got to do, right? So it's crazy what's going on out there in cyberspace.
Sorry, can I just ask one more question?
Yeah, go. Ask all the questions.
Okay, so I'm actually a part of this group called Founder Plus program. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
How is this? I don't know if you've heard of them, but it's essentially they also kind of coach you on e-commerce, and they've got pre-recorded courses mostly. How is this different from that?
This is not pre-recorded. We get on a call and be like, this is what you need to do, and it's for you. Whereas a lot of communities, you get on a call and you're like, oh my God, there's 200 people on the call, and they only speak to one person, and you go, that didn't help me.
Yeah.
You want to be able to get on a call, but no disrespect to there are other great communities in Australia. I won't advertise them. There's probably two, if I'm being honest, that I rate that are good. Founder's not one of them, but there is two others. However, you go to their call and there'll be 600 people on a call, and they charge like $1,000 more than we charge a month. But you walk away from the call and just like, yeah, great, that person got help. I'm still stuck. In our community, we want to get everybody unstuck all the time, right? And go, this is what you need to do next. So, and most other communities are also very like focused on one thing. They're like all in on meta ads, or they're all in on drop shipping, or they're all in on some nonsense. Like the ecom circle is about building full ecom businesses from start to finish. Everything from you're brand new to you're doing 5 million a month. And I've just helped you hire a marketing manager and you don't work in the business anymore, to how do I import crap from China and rah, and all that kind of stuff, right? Chris, if you got to run, feel free to go. Oh, good, I got it.
Sorry, that's all. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
No stress. I mean, but again, so once you join, hopefully you join. Like this is how we help you inside the community as well. All right. Anyone else have any questions there? No, all good. All right, cool. I do have one favor to ask, or hopefully someone purchase this. That would be amazing. But two, there is going to be a link in the chat. Chris, if you can share the link to the reviews, that would be sensational. If you have enjoyed it tonight, guys, you probably clicked our ad somewhere, and on the ad, it probably said something like, hey, all these previous people said this nice thing. So if you had a good time, if you can chuck us a review, that would be sensational. If not, please feel free to drop me an email or grab a link on my calendar as well. So hopefully by now you're in the Shopify Australia group. You can find me in there. You can find Roxy in there. So please keep an eye out for SMSs, emails, love letters, all kinds of stuff coming from us to you guys from our team. We're here to help you. So again, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I'll see you on the inside. And yeah, thanks so much. All right. Cheers.